The Carlton coach, Michael Voss. Good enough to join us. Vossy, welcome.
Thanks, gents. Good to be here.
You could take both Jared and Hutto on with one arm and still be able to donate to the Good Friday appeal.
Not those two great men. I reckon they could take me down for sure.
Oh, turn it up. Hey, before we get into the footy, this is, I know, and I want to congratulate you and the North Melbourne Footy Club as well for the way that you've embraced this whole day. It is a superb day and a superb effort.
Yeah, it's a pretty special week, to be fair, and obviously a great night and for a great cause. And yeah, it's a different sort of feeling coming to a ground and the last couple of years, and especially that moment when we get to line up together in the banner, and we're clapping on some people coming through the banner and the families, and obviously the kids who are going through some real hard times, and so you do feel like you're part of something pretty special.
All the best today, Vossy. How have you spent the week? Of course, a big win last week over in Adelaide for Gather Round. How have you approached it?
Oh, we took a breath for the first 24 hours, Brenny, to be honest. Yeah. So that was nice to be able to do, get back home, get the 4 points, and, if anything, it was just sort of nice to get, really. No bigger than that. It was still getting to work and reinforcing some of the things that we need to be able to still get after, and hopefully with 4 points on the board, it's sort of just you can relax the shoulders a little bit more and see a bit more of us.
Well, Vossy, you definitely did what you needed to do last week. You can't do any more than that. You did lose another couple of soldiers, though. When you go to the team, do you think that you can reinforce the importance of every role when you're missing a couple of your top-end talent? Does that have a positive effect to your output, do you think?
Oh, I hope so, and I think that's where you spend most of your pre-season with individuals going over, the next man up and who comes into those roles, and why you spend time with players in secondary roles so they can step up if some players are missing. So ideally you don't want it to happen, but the reality is obviously we haven't been able to have pretty much H for most of the year so far, and so guys like Youngie and Sauce have been able to come and fill that for us at various stages, which has been pretty handy for us. We obviously get Elijah back as well, who not only brings some specific capacity to that particular job in our forward half, but he's a real system player and he helps our system play a little bit better.
Is that where Elijah will play? Just following up on that question, play more forward?
Yeah, his traditional role. We end up spending a few minutes through midfield, but he's obviously spent most of his time playing that high forward role, and he's such a great ball user, and he's an elite runner, and connects us going inside 50. So we feel like we're focused a fair bit more on that to try and help us obviously be a little bit more efficient going forward.
What have you seen from North Melbourne in the lead up to this game, Vossy?
Oh, their best has been very good, and what we know we're going to get for 4 quarters is an absolute contest. They do have a lot of balls around there. There's a few mids that are running around, so we're going to have our hands full there, and I'm sure they'll go to work on us in that space. But obviously their ball moving off back half is something that we're going to have to manage as well, and then clearly every game is about taking your opportunities and your moments, and we need to be able to get that done.
You've actually defended really well. It's been difficult to score against you. The points against have stacked up pretty well. Do you see that as an opportunity? You just spoke about North Melbourne's back half use. Do you want to sniff blood and turn the ball over in the front half and score heavily going the other way?
Yeah, it's one area of our profile, if you want to call it that, that's changed quite a fair bit this year, and while that scoreboard hasn't been ticking over as much as what we like, it did on the weekend, but the system in behind it's been really, really strong to give us those chances. So it's a little bit different at Marvel because obviously the ball moves a little bit quicker than at most venues, so you have to factor that in, but let's hope we stay defensively strong because that'll put us in a really good chance for this game.
Hey, Vossy, we'll let you go, but traditionally last year you nominated a figure that Jonathan Brown should donate. Do you want to give me another figure today?
Oh, a big fella has to put in $5,000, surely.
No,
he's got $5K up his sleeve, surely.
He's starting to sweat now. Hey, good luck.
It's under his front seat. Just go and open the car. You'll find it.
Good on you, Vossy. Appreciate you giving us some time.
What do they say about leadership, Brownie?
No,
your leader.